Welcome. Hello. I'm Betsey. Some of you may know me, some perhaps for the first time meeting me here in this way. I'm in the yoga studio at Fitness First, and surprisingly enough, it's cold. So let's do some yoga. I'm so honored that you're here with me now, and let's begin. So come onto your mat into child's pose. Bringing your big toes together and your knees wide, and then let your head rest. So head to the mat, and as those of you who practice with me know, I will not always be doing the poses with you. I may indeed be speaking you through them. You are on your mat, in your space, doing your thing. So follow my breath, follow your breath, follow my voice. And let's begin in child's pose. Beginning to connect to the breath in and the breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing yourself to arrive on your mat, on your floor, in the space that you are in, working with what you have in this moment. Keep coming back to the breath in. And the breath out. Letting your head land on your mat, letting your body rest, bringing your attention to this moment, letting the rest go to the side of your mat for now. And as you sit back on your heels a little bit further, reach your arms long, walking your fingertips to the top of your mat. Keep drawing your hips back towards the earth and kind of shimmy the spine out of the hips, getting some length in your spine. Breathing into the side ribs, maybe wiggling the hips gently side to side, whatever feels good for you, allowing yourself to take care of you on your mat, in your body, how it's showing up now. Another breath in and a breath out. Another inhale, and this time as you exhale, come up to tabletop. We'll do some cat and cows. Bring your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Let your belly drop a whole lot, and on an inhale, lift the chest and your tailbone. As you exhale, drop your head and round through your spine. Dropping the belly, lift the chest, inhale. Round through the spine, exhale. Just continuing on your own, inhale and your exhale. Moving with breath into the back body. Opening up the front body. Just doing your thing. And then go ahead, take a couple of minutes to move any way you want to move, maybe in some circular directions. Shoulders around wrists, hips around knees, one way and the other. One way or another. We'll move through this together. And then taking the hips side to side, maybe let the head drop. Those of you that come to your mat often, you know what to do, and those of you that don't, just follow the breath, follow the body, just enjoy yourself. And then let's come back to center. We'll thread the needle. Take your right arm, reaching it up and feeling a good stretch, maybe bending your lifted elbow and peeling open a little bit more through your rib cage, and then thread the needle, taking the arm underneath, drop the shoulder to the floor, drop your head. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe you reach out through your left arm, feeling into the twist, gently, kindly. Easy does it. A breath in and a breath out. One more inhalation and exhale. To come up, engage the belly and press back to tabletop. Reset your base. And to the other side, left arm reaches up, bend the elbow, peel open, just stay as long as you'd like, gently, not forcing anything to happen, and then thread the needle under. Drop the head, the shoulder, maybe reach through that right arm. Drawing the hips back, engaging the belly. Breath in and breath out. You fill up and you let as much as you can go. Come back up, press down, engage the belly. And then let's just walk your hands forward. We'll come into puppy pose. So drop the chest towards the mat, feeling the stretch into the side waist. Drop your head. Again, maybe shimming the hips side to side. Breath in and out. Walk your hands slightly back and come into downward facing dog. First downward dog of your practice. Stay in your downward dog, bending your knees, one knee then the other, feeling the hips moving side to side, just shaking the head out, wiggling through the shoulders, through the hips, all good. And then step your feet together, bring the right leg up and back, a big stretch. Just gently does it. Maybe you bend the left knee, maybe you lift up through the left heel, you peel open a little bit more, you hang your head low, take a breath in, both feet to the floor. Ha. Stay here as you lift both heels on an inhale, and then draw the heels back towards your mat as you breathe out. Step your feet together, to the other side we go, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, peel open, really press into both hands. Maybe you lift the right heel up this time, bend the right knee. Peel open a little bit more in your next breath in, and then close up the hips, feet to the floor. Nice wide-legged down dog. Breath in and out. And for a moment here, draw your knees back to the floor. Reach your hands slightly forward. Puppy pose again. So you're dropping the chest down, you let the head rest, you feel the rib cage, you really breathe into your lungs, in and out. And then come back up to tabletop. And simply let's go all the way to the floor. So draw your hips forward, bend your elbows, and just come down to the floor. Forehead to the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Maybe slightly, though, walk them back to your low cobra. Press into your feet. Lift the chest just slightly, and let the head follow the heart. Let the heart lift, and the head simply follows. Face is soft, hugging your elbows in. Maybe draw the big toes off your mat and towards the back of your room. Take a breath in, and then forehead to the floor. Ha. One more low cobra. Press into your hands. Let the chest rise. Get nice and tall here. Reach through the toes. Maybe wiggle the toes. Breath in, and then forehead to the floor. Ha. Tuck your toes under and lift yourself up to high plank, perhaps through tabletop, and then your high plank. And let's just hang out here for a couple of breaths. See how strong you are. Build a little heat, softening through the upper back as if you're standing up nice and tall. Lift the thighs up. Inhale and exhale into your downward dog, like returning home. Breath in and out. Walk your feet to your hands and come to ragdoll. Take your feet nice and wide. And then hands, if you've got some books or blocks, you can rest your hands on something. Otherwise, hands to your biceps and let the head hang. In your ragdoll, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe you sway the torso side to side. You do that thing you do. Shaking the head out. Another breath in. And then let the hands release. Bend the knees a whole lot and take your time. There's no hurry. Come up to stand. Head comes up last. Stand up tall together. Reach your arms overhead, stretching up and back. And then let's take a side stretch, reaching. Grab a hold of your left wrist, drawing up towards the ceiling, then over to the side. Pressing into both feet. Maybe you let the head go and gaze to your feet. Maybe you look all the way to the sky. Imagine the sky. Take a breath in, and then on the exhale, ooh, come back up. Other side. Reach and get tall, and then bend into the side body. Up and over you go, rooting into your feet. And come back to center. Both arms reach up. The palms right in front of you. Breath in and out. Maybe you've noticed some shifts already. Let's do a couple of half sunnaes. So reach up on your in-breath, bend your knees and fold forward. One halfway lift, so just pressing into your hands and finding the length of your spine. Fold forward again on your exhale. Press down to come all the way up to stand. Take your time, one vertebrae at a time. Reach up and back. Feel the back bend and fold forward. Your feet can be wide. They can be together. It's all good. Halfway lift, one more time, and fold forward. Exhale. Inhale all the way up to stand. Reach. Lift the armpits. Lift the gaze. Fold forward. Exhale. This time, halfway lift. Step back to high plank. One vinyasa. Come forward to your low plank, or you can drop all the way back to the floor through a low cobra, or this time you could lift into an upward dog. And then a couple of moments here, feeling the back bend, feeling the leg strength. Back to downward dog. Together, a breath in and out. Step your right foot forward, and then bring your left knee down. And again, hands to the sides of your front foot, maybe blocks, books, a pet. Lifting up the chest on an inhale, and then take the hips back. As you exhale, we're going to flow with breath. Stepping forward, lifting the heart. Inhale, drawing the hips back. Exhale. Stepping forward, inhalation, back to exhale. One more time, lift forward, lift the chest. This time, tuck your back toes under and bring your hips high, so you're coming into pyramid pose. Just dropping the head, shaking the head out. Lifting up through the right hip, rolling forward through the left hip, almost as if you're coming to flat back. Find a little more length in your spine, out of your hips, and then fold deeper. Breath in and out. Now take the back heel to the floor, pressing the foot into the floor, bend your front knee and come to warrior one. This is a power pose, so feel the strength, feel that which is within you, to stay grounded, to stay present. Another breath in your warrior one, and then open to warrior two. You know your warrior two, front knee is over the ankle, or maybe you're looking at me this way, who knows? Reverse your warrior, bring your right arm up, and side angle, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. This time, as you reach up on the inhale, straighten the front leg, and then triangle pose, just for a couple of breaths. Not getting too caught up in anything, just flowing, breathing. Keep bringing your mind back to the breath, back to the body. Come all the way up to stand, reach up and back. And then go for a vinyasa, just dropping your hands to the floor. You know what to do. Step your feet back to high plank, through that vinyasa to up dog, to down dog. You've got this. Together, let's take a breath in, and out, let it go. And then to the other side, from your down dog, you step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee, lift your heart, feel the back bend, breath in. Lunging the hips back, straighten that left leg, breath out. Find some flow, press into that front foot, lift the heart, inhale. Draw it back, exhale. Find the length. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw back. One more time, come forward, lift the heart, lift the chest, and now lift the hips. Lift the right knee, pyramid pose, just hanging the head. Drawing the left hip back, right hip forward. Maybe you lift that right heel, you find some length. You feel what you feel with compassion, without reaction, simply with loving awareness. Drop your head, inhale, and exhale. Coming into warrior one, root your right heel to the floor. Really feel your feet on the floor. Bend your front knee and rise up. Power pose, warrior one. Fire up the back thigh. Bend your front knee. Engage your belly. Draw it towards your low back and find a little more of a back bend, a lift up into warrior two. Front knee over the ankle. Reverse your warrior, bend the front knee and reach up. And now take side angle. Depending on your view, front knee reaching forward, lift up, and side angle. This time, lift up, straighten the front leg, and come into triangle. So you draw the hips back, you reach, and you extend the upper arm. Yes. You can still be on your mat wherever you are in your breath. And then this time, out of triangle, you lift. Turn your toes forward. Interlace your hands at your low back. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's go for a nice forward lunge, wide-angled lunge. Bending the knees a lot. Just let the belly drop between your thighs. Let your head go. If this is too much with the interlace, just rest your hands on your low back, or if it's way too much, hands to the floor. So the practice is to listen to your body, to take good care. Find some length in your spine, and then maybe a little twist here. With your left hand on the floor, reach the right arm up and over. Just move into it with breath. Inhale, stay for an exhale. And then to the other side, switch it up. Right hand to the floor and peel open. Again, bending the upper elbow, feeling the rib cage roll to the left. Take a breath in, and then both hands to the floor. Come to a flat back, hands to your hips, engage your belly, come all the way up to stand. And then simply come to the top of your mat from wherever you are, rooting down into mountain pose. A breath in and out. And then before we take it to the floor, let's do a tree pose. So one foot, you could just take your toe to the floor if you're feeling out of balance. Not surprising, you're not alone. That's why we're here on our mat together, getting grounded. So cut yourself some slack, toe to the floor. Otherwise, tree, picking the foot up, above or below your knee, and palms pressed together. Compassion, presence. Tree, roots. You might take your arms up. Landing your gaze softly at one point. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, let's take it to the other side. Switch feet. Just feel the stillness within you, the integrity of your breath, your spine. Take the arms up if you'd like. Draw the belly in, reach a little bit higher. Reach for something. Breath in and out. Mountain pose, arms by your sides. Breathe in, reach up, stretch up and back, and fold forward. Halfway lift, long spine. Through a vinyasa, we go together, flowing through, high to low, maybe all the way down. Feel the support of the earth to lift up through your heart And then back to puppy pose again, hips high. Walk the hands forward, drop your head. Inhale. And exhale. Come onto your tabletop and make your way to your back. So cross your feet over your ankles. Come onto your mat and lie back. Let the spine rest. Arms by your sides. Just one back bend here. Lift the hips up. Shimmy your arms underneath you. Or if you've got a block, just place a block under your low back. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Soft through the neck, the chin is slightly lifted, pressing down. Take another breath, lift the hips up, and then as slow as you can, lower back to your mat. Go ahead and hug your right knee into your chest and just move it in circular directions, one way or the other. One way and the other. And then take a little twist, cross the right knee over to the left. Breath in and a breath out. Come back to center, and this time take a figure four. Right ankle over your left knee. Staying as you are in figure four, or you could hug the left knee into your chest and deepen the pose. See how it feels. A couple of breaths here, in and out, and your figure four. Letting the shoulders soften. Maybe you closed your eyes. And then when you're ready to come out of your figure four, bring both feet to the floor again. And switch it up, left knee into your chest. Just circle the knee and the hip socket in both directions, creating some space in your hip socket, in your mind. And then go ahead, cross the left knee over to the right, take a twist. Breathing in. Breathing out, filling up, and emptying. When you're ready, come back to center, figure four on the side. So you're keeping that, you're coming back, you're keeping that left ankle crossed over the right knee. You're staying here, or perhaps you're hugging the right knee into your chest. Doing what feels best for you. Keep coming back to the breath. In and out. Both feet to the floor. Arms by your side. Just drop your knees to one side and up and over to the other. And then a final pose here. Hug your knees into your chest, and then take your knees wide, and you know, happy baby. So taking the knees wide, grabbing the soles of your feet, and rocking side to side, turning the head to one side and the other, getting into the neck. Maybe coming to stillness, to rest and stillness, with the breath on the move. Another together, big breath in, you fill up, you expand, and then empty as much as you can out right now. Together, breathe in and exhale. Release from your happy baby and come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of your feet are together, knees are wide, arms by your sides. Full breaths here. And then we're going to move into Shavasana, but go ahead if you've got a a block. I don't have one here, but you can also use your hands. So it's a time for adaptation. A book maybe, or if you do have a block, place it under your low back. Otherwise, just go for it with your hands and lift your feet up. So we're getting a little bit of an inversion here. You might, if you want to go closer to a wall and scooch your sit bones to the wall and then put your feet up, you can do that and just stay. Let that be the finish of your 30-minute practice. Feet up, letting your shoulders soften, let your head be held by the floor. And then just let the breath be. Let the thoughts be, let whatever you notice, just hold that all in loving awareness. And just for one final breath together, let's breathe in, fill up, and a long exhale. Shavasana. For the last few minutes, if you'd like to lower your legs, if you have not already, if you're on the wall, you can simply come into a fetal position. Otherwise, just let your legs rest on the floor. Bring a slight smile to your face, to your eyes. A sense of spaciousness and expanding into that smile. It's always a choice you have. Smiling into your heart space, into the belly. And to finish, making your way into fetal position, into an upright seat. No hurry. Sitting together. Bring your palms in front of your heart center. Good job. Take care. Namaste.